Tenderly. What a wonderful song. This wonderful song sets moods. It always reminds me the first time I sat in a street cafe with a couple of friends for an old girl talk in Milan. Piazza Duomo. Coffee was good, and biscuits were deliciously aromatic. It was a bourgeois cafe, but we had to be there around the poets and writers. They had Sambuca with coffee. We couldn't afford it. The perfect coffee chat. We met there to plan our hiking trip, but we chatted about good old times in school. This song was playing instead of some trendy Italian song. I still remember it was a jazz cafe owned by a Frenchman that lived in Milan because he married an Italian woman. He loved her too much to take her out of her roots. And then, after all, he loved Italy as much, he said. So tenderly. Back then, no one talked about music, movie stars, or fashion. But about things we studied in school, such as science projects that failed and French literature we did not understand. Many years later we did. We chatted about how miserable we felt when we didn't match up with the brightest student in class. All four of us weren't among them. For one, I remember I was keen in literature but not in science, unless I had to draw something like an animal for the project. I loved the visual aspect side of science. If only I knew then what I know now, I would have passed my science class. But at the time I hated it with a passion, because of all the strange Latin words in it. As the tender year passed on, now looking further back, those were the gentle years. Where have they gone? None of us were married at the time. We had almost no responsibility but find a place to sleep, and that was always at the YMCA in every town. We slept in bunkers for a small fee. It was supplied students roaming Europe, or for the worst we slept during train trips and even at the train station waiting for the next shift. Or sometimes we slept in convents at the nuns' guest dormitory, also supplied by the Italian Tourist Board for a small donation. Life was good. We were all in our late teens and traveling all about and around Europe. After our chat in Milan, we went down to Florence. A couple of days later to Siena, Rome and Naples, all by train. The best fun we had was in Naples because of the beach. Those were the tender years, free like birds to migrate and explore as the wind blew, sometimes over our heads. As most of us wouldn't care much about anything but the historical sites and museums we explored day by day without planning anything ahead. We learned so much about history right there as we explored many cities. Yes, you guessed it, we were backpack travelers. And every time I hear that song, those lovely memories come back. Have you ever been a backpack traveler? How was your trip and where have you been? This is a short excerpt of a series called Traveling Through Europe.